Hello everyone, this is going to be the first video of a series where I teach you how to counter every single weapon roll in Splatoon. One of the biggest problems I think I hear in the competitive Splatoon community is people complaining about anchors. It's not because that anchors are broken, but because they don't know how to deal with them. A solid backline can be really suffocating and make you feel like you can't do anything in the match. I think if people knew how to better fight backlines, it would help them to not get locked out by them as much. So I'm going to be breaking down each and every way I found to fighting backliners. Now, before I go on, all this is under the impression that you are fighting a solid anchor player. For those of you who are new to Splatoon, an anchor is one of 4 main weapon roles in competitive Splatoon. They are usually the longest range member of the team, and their job is to abuse that range to pressure opponents, hold key areas of the map, and be a safe jump point for their teammates. Most chargers and splatlinks fit into this category. The biggest strength that anchors have is their range. As I said before, they're usually the longest ranged weapon on the enemy team, and are usually a lot longer range than you. Unless you're playing Stamper and their anchor is a Jet Squelcher, then you do outrange them, but that's a very rare circumstance. So, in order to fight them, you have to close the distance. Now, you can't just run at them for 2 reasons. First, if you run at them, they're gonna take their shot at you and likely gonna hit it. If they don't, it was either luck or this anchor isn't gonna be a problem for you. If it's the second instance, you can disregard this video. Second, anchors will have a good amount of space between the front lines, so you'll have to run through the other 3 enemy players to get to them. And especially in competitive where the enemy team has callouts, the 3 enemy players are going to attack you to protect their anchor, or call you out so their anchor knows to fire at you. So, how do you fight this? The best thing to use is specials. Zuka is good at killing anchors, Wayland missiles are good at displacing them, and things like strikes and booyah can be used to either displace them or the teammates protecting them, allowing you to get in. Crab and Zipcaster are a mixture of both of these. They can both displace and kill an enemy anchor, though you're more likely going to be displacing them rather than killing them. Crab can also combo with other weapons like Mint. You can see that when it happens to me here. One disadvantage of Splatlinks and Pen is that they don't have quick shots. Splatlinks shoot for a long time and Pen has 5 shots to put out on a single charge. This does mean they can apply pressure for longer and output more paint and specials, but it also means they have to expose themselves to open sightlines for a longer time rather than things like Leader and V-Charger, making them more vulnerable to your specials for longer. Leader and V-Charger can play a lot safer because they're a single shot per charge. So if it's a Splatling or a Pen, you can go for kills. If it's another charger, go for displacement. A big thing is that when an anchor is displaced, they can't abuse their range, so you have to use that opportunity to get close. If they're moving, they aren't firing. One of the most solid ways to get anchors to back off that I think a lot of people don't realize is just to kill the other 3 members of the enemy team. An anchor will back off if they're the last one left alive. If you kill the other 3 members of the enemy team so they don't have anyone protecting them, they aren't going to stay there for a 1v4. They are going to back off. Some chargers like Pen and Leader have very long charge times, meaning that when they fire, there's a long time where they can't kill you or abuse their range. So if you wait for them to take a shot, you can start taking space after comfortably. Now, you won't be able to make it across the map, but you can move forward to another cover spot, unless it's Crab-like. This doesn't work for other chargers because of the faster charge time, and it doesn't work for Splatlings because they can kill you on a partial charge. Another strategy is to use stage geometry. In this clip here, I use the stage geometry of the block to help keep myself safe from the enemy Hydra. By hugging the wall, I make it so that in order to hit me, they need to get into an awkward position, allowing me to kill them. Now, all these are strategies for Slayers, Skirmishers, and Supports. But if you're an anchor yourself, and the anchor you're fighting is an unfavorable matchup for you, such as a Hydra and an E-Leader, you can still use these techniques to an extent, but they're likely not going to work as well. So I would recommend just trying not to fight the enemy anchor. Stay out of their sight, range, and go for the other members of the enemy team. Once they are gone, the rest of your team will be able to take on the enemy anchor. And that's everything I have on fighting anchors. I hope this helped, and I hope to see you in the next video.